When the world didn't want me and made me feel small, all I am is broken inside. Some echo identity who can't find his shadow always hurts mentally. When I was younger, I used to believe that every single school year, I needed like someone to focus on, not something, someone. And that obsession every year led me to kind of like this spiral of no one loves me, no one cares about me, no one's gonna be there for me. Every single year, this started in like, I want to say it started in first grade is when I started developing feelings for like girls, and I started to, you know, find attraction in people, which is really weird. I think at that age you shouldn't be feeling those things, but I did. And like it was like, you know, little crushes on girls, and I don't know why it started at such an early age, and I don't even have like the notion of like how that began, but starting in first grade, every single year I had to have someone like that I was interested in, or that, you know, that I wanted to be with one day. And for like grades 1 through 5, that was like a consistent thing. It was a constant thing. And looking back on it now, I think it was pretty unhealthy. I think like now I wouldn't do something like that. I don't think that's the right way to go about things. But no, every year in grade school, like I focused on having this one person that I could spend my life with. But again, at that young of an age, like that's not correct. That's not the way you should be going about things. And man, it's like I needed someone other than like family or, you know, friends. I needed like someone that would care about me in a romantic way. But it's wild that at that young of an age I was doing something like that. I mean, like going to like middle school, things were kind of different because like I did that same sort of thing where like every year I focused on someone, thought, oh, this could be the one, or this could be the person of my dreams, or, you know, I could have this experience with someone that I've been longing for, right? And I thought maybe something would happen in middle school because, I mean, you know, grades 1 through 5, it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of a weird thing to be like searching for the one person that you could fall in love with. Middle school, I thought that was possible. And, you know, middle school is probably the worst time. I think it's the worst time for anyone, but for me personally, like I got bullied in middle school. It was the worst thing imaginable. And getting bullied in middle school made it hard for me to find the one. You know, it made it hard for me personally to find that one person that I could spend time with or spend my life with, or, you know, go on dates with. And I've talked about this in the lyric video, I think, for like Isolationship or whatever, but with this song, I think the song more so was about like finding the right person to, you know, be with forever, you know? And going back to Isolationship, like that, you know, that was a part of that whole asking someone out and, you know, feeling accepted for once, but then like getting like them not showing up and getting rejected hurt so bad. And it was kind of like that knock-on effect of like realizing like, oh, maybe I should stop doing this, because that was, I believe, in 8th grade when that happened. And then, you know, I go into high school and I kind of have like zero expectations of finding the right person. Like I didn't think that was going to happen in the slightest. I didn't know if I was going to find someone to be in a relationship with or go on dates with, or find someone who would love me outside of like, you know, family. But that never happened either. And I think like, you know, as the years go on and, you know, finding, you know, relationships that I can build at like my job or something like that, it just, every time I've tried with it, like nothing's happened. I haven't found the right person. And this song for me is about a lot more than just like going on dates and being in relationships. I think like deep down inside, I really want to find the right person, you know, but I'm basically at this point, waiting for the right person to bring me back to life. And I don't know if that's even possible. If there is someone out there that's, you know, interested in me and wants to be with me, you know, for hopefully till the day we die, right? But like, those are the unrealistic expectations I had as a kid. And then growing up, those expectations just kept getting, you know, crazier and wilder. And like, as the years went on, like, I started lowering those expectations and realizing like, it's never going to happen. Not the way that I want it to, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm never going to find that person who completes me or loves me. I feel like I'm just destined to be alone and not having the ability to, you know, have that person who can like, you know, make you feel something, you know, make you have a pulse, make you realize, oh, I'm still here. It's a hard thing to figure out and recognize, but I think with this song, I am recognizing that, you know, life is not that simple. Life is like, you're basically on this journey of unknowns, and whether or not you'll find the right person, it is devastating if you think you're going to just end up with someone one day. Because the reality is, you're not going to find that person, you know? And if you do, you're very lucky and you should count your blessings, you know? But like, man, I think this song rings true to me. And like, as a kid, I probably should have just enjoyed being a kid instead of focusing on the things that didn't matter, which was finding someone to be with at a very young age, which is not the way to go about things. But this song for me, I think is a true sign of like, I've accepted where I'm at. I'm probably going to stay here. It's probably not going to change anytime soon. But that's pretty much what this song is about. And I think everyone should think about what gives them a pulse. You know, what's the one thing that gives you a pulse, even if it's not relationship wise. But anyway, that's really what the song is about to me. So if you want to, listen.